Someone in the Hack 5 chat is trying to give me shit for not setting up before the live stream. It's called creating interaction. It's called showing. It's called engagement, you know, like showing you what goes on beforehand. I actually literally didn't plan on putting out this mat or the backdrop until I walked up and I was like, I should probably just do that. Because I thought it'd be cute. I thought you would enjoy it. How am I doing? For context, for those of you who did not know, this is mostly going to be focusing on the Hack 5, the Hack 5 chat more than my Twitch chat, which I know my Twitch chat is showing here. Sadly, I will never trust YouTube chat to show actively on a screen ever. They don't understand the theatrics, Abu, exactly. So, hello. Someone in my Twitch chat asked me how I'm doing. For the Hack 5 viewers who are tuning into live stream, I have strep right now. I literally have strep. I got re-diagnosed with strep. On Tuesday? But I've had it all week. I kind of got knocked out Saturday and Sunday. So I love this for me. Anyways, it's fine. I have strep. Last time I had strep, for context, we got taken out. Why isn't my headphones working? Hello? Why aren't these working? Why aren't these? Hello? No, I don't want that. My Spotify has disappeared. Right? I love living my truth when my audio fucking works. I fucking hate voice mod. Oh my god. Why isn't this working? Hold on. Are you registering? Hold on. Headphones, output. Whatever. Okay. I guess I have to do this without audio? That's so weird. Yeah, the headphones. I don't know what's going on right now. Hold on.
I love when things are breaking. I love when my stuff breaks. It's so amazing. I love it. Anyways.
Weird. Okay, I'll have to debug that later, but I have solutions. Modern times require modern solutions. We can fix this. We'll need this here. I'll just hit YouTube music. So let me get this chat onto something good that I know will not cause any issues. We'll go with this playlist for now, I guess. Where is Brutalismus? Okay, we'll go with that playlist here. And then I guess I'll have to go here. And then music. No, I want to open this on this, on there, and then play this, and then this. There we go. Okay. I don't think I could do this without music. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's check the chat. Let's check chats and see how we're doing. So we have in the Hack5 chat, hello, KP, Gunther, Andrew, Beast Boy, Boar, Zamor, Vaz, Sager. Let's see. Are any of you people know when it should start? No clue. Most people do all their setup before the live stream. I don't care. Leon, hello. The Uncivil Engineer, Nintendo Lunchbox. What a fun name. Hello, hello. And in my chat, we have Elite, Leo, Numpy, Abu, Spectra, Aries, Sun, Peepos, Nil, Low Level is here, Oblique is here. It does not smell like fresh baked cookies here. It does not smell like fresh baked cookies up in here. I'm sorry. I did recently buy a new candle, which I'm very excited about. So what are we doing today? We are doing a coding live stream. I'm live on the Hack5 channel, and we are going to be coding an RSS feed for me to use to track news to make writing ThreatWire better, because I'm kind of tired of all the news sources that I use. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And then should we talk about something else? I have a little announcement, but I haven't made the announcement yet. But there's, like, for my Twitch chat, some really good tea. I had to sign something recently. I'm not ready to fully announce it yet, but if you can pick up what I'm throwing down, I signed something on Tuesday. Yes, I am a Laker now. I'm joining the Lakers. I'm joining the Lakers. I'm not ready to spill yet. The Hack5 channel doesn't know the struggles that we've been through. But I have 2 months before I start, which is very nice. So I have lots of time to make content, make shorts, be online, grow some stuff, and relax. So I'm very excited, but we're not public yet, so I can't say what it is. And I'm not saying where. I will never say where. But we have so many exciting things happening in my life. But we're here to celebrate my 2 years of being with Hack5, which is very exciting. So I guess I could start it off because I don't really go live on the AWS channel, on the Hack5 channel that often. So I should ask, Hack5 viewers, do you have any questions about me? You like never see me in this element. A lot of y'all think that I don't know how to talk or do the work that I do, which I think is also really funny. The Twitch chat knows this, but the Hack5 chat doesn't really know that, like, yes, I write. I'm the person that researches and picks all the stories. I am a technical person. I am not just a face. Let's see. What else? I'm a software engineer first, so that's why we're gonna write ourselves an RSS feed. Here's the thing though, is that I don't know how RSS feeds work at all, so we're going to have to do some research, and I figured we can use some AI here to make sure that we're writing the RSS feed properly, because I want to make sure we do it fast. Using AI, we're gonna use AI. So I should ask, we're not going to vibe code. I don't know how RSS feeds work at all. So we're going to figure this out together. RSS feeds are technology that are outside of the scope of my purview. And so we're going to build one together. I'm not going to vibe code an RSS feed, please. We're going to use AI to learn how to build an RSS feed. Do I do mentorships at all? Absolutely not. I am not a mentor. Do not ask me to mentor you. I will not help you get a job. I will not help you get into this field. Please do not ask me to mentor you. I am not a mentor. I need mentors. I don't do mentorships. And if anyone ever asks, oh my God, if anyone ever says Allie's my mentor, no, I'm not. I am not your mentor. I have never said I am someone that should be looked up to. What the fuck is MASM? I don't know MASM. I guess RSS is just about hosting some XML. We can learn this together. You lost weight. Yes, I did. I did lose weight. We can address the elephant in the room that everyone on the Hack 5 channel is always commenting. They keep saying, Allie lost weight. Yes, I did lose weight. I got very sad. I stopped eating. I got very sick. I have been sick almost every single month since I got let go from my job. There has been some sort of trauma or sickness. So please, we're not going to talk about it. I did lose weight. I'm very happy with the way that I look. And when y'all say that I'm skinny, thank you. It makes me feel better. So you probably don't want to encourage it. Anyways, let's do a little bit of research about what is an RSS feed. What is an RSS feed? Let's see it. How do RSS feeds work? Tired of checking multiple websites, blogs, podcasts just to stay updated? Yes, I am. I am. How to fax a PDF with Arch Linux? You should get the Omarchy boys to do that. That'd be really funny. With RSS feeds, you can access the latest news and events all in one convenient dashboard automatically in real time. Other options don't always work. Manually visiting each site is time-consuming. Newsletters get buried in a cluttered inbox or mistaken for spam. Social media updates are easy to miss. So RSS stands for really simple syndication. It refers to files easily read by a computer called XML files that automatically update information. This information is fetched by a user's RSS feed reader that converts the files and updates and the latest updates from websites into an easy to read format. An RSS feed takes the headlines, summaries, and update notices and then links back to the articles on your favorite website's page. The content is distributed in real time so that top results of the RSS feed are always the latest published content for the website. Amazing. It is XML. I didn't know that. Are you going to write this? We are going to do this in Golang. And then someone asks, are there any prerequisites? Accounts with AI platforms. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean about that. You can check this list on your own, or you can subscribe. You can subscribe to your own. You can subscribe to the feeds, so updates will show up on your own feed reader. This helps you keep appraised. I want to make my own RSS feeder, so we're going to make our own RSS feed reader. That's what we're doing today. What kind of mousepad is that? It is just a mousepad. I don't know what you're asking about here. Instructions unclear. I feel like less and less sites have RSS feeds, and that makes me sad. It would be fine if some locked behind paywalls or something. Maybe. It's an aggregator. So how to build an RSS feed reader. Building an RSS feed reader in JavaScript. I don't want to do this in JavaScript. We're going to do this in Golang. So we could technically read this blog post and then try and translate it into Golang, which I think would be fun. So finding feeds is harder than it used to be back in 2006, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I wanted an easy way to update my list of feeds without having to update my code. I use Google's Firestore for several little projects, diving straight in. So copying what okay, this is a horrible blog post already. I want a reader. I created a global variable to hold my feeds and query ID the database to push the URL values to it. This is a bad blog post. It's not actually showing me how they did stuff. Okay, here. Here's the RSS feeder, and then get RSS feed, fetch the feed, get feeds, database, get feeds, snapshot. You get the ID and the URL for each get RSS feed, feed.url. Okay. So window, DOM parse string, text XML, and then data.query selector item, and then the H2 is going to be the title, the paragraph is going to be the description. What is up with my face? Why is it pilling? Hold on. What the fuck? I tried some new skincare today. Are you going for videos and podcasts? No, we're just doing our own RSS feed reader. Why is my face pilling? This is so weird. I tried new skincare. Don't ever try new skincare, ladies and gentlemen. You'll live to regret it. I think it's my sunscreen and the oil that I'm using. Okay, good job, Allie. Let me go wipe this off. It's gonna bother me. Amazing. Love this for me. Okay, it took 4 hours to write. Much of it was troubleshooting and research. Well, you didn't tell me how do... Okay. Oh, okay, okay. So every website has some sort of feed that they read from. So let's say one of the big ones I like to look at is Ars Technica. And then Ars Technica, let's just try /RSS. Amazing. Okay, so websites we want to read from. Ars Technica, which is going to be here. What kind of information is passed into the feed? Brave of you to think Twitch chat does skincare. I believe Twitch chat does skincare. Okay, so let's see. We have the title, the link. No. Title, link. No. Okay, so the Ars Technica, is there an RSS specification? Oh, okay, cool. What can we expect in an RSS feed? What's like in a basic RSS feed? Required channel elements. Here's a list of the required channel elements, each with a brief description, an example, and where available, a pointer to a more complete description. Optional channel elements, I don't care about that. Okay, so reading through this some more here, we have our specification. So we have our required elements, optional channel elements. Amazing. Image, sub-element of channel. Image and a sub-optional. Okay. Cloud sub-element, TTL sub-element, text input sub-element of channel. Elements of each item. A channel may contain a number of items. An item may represent a story. Okay, so we first have channel element. Which will contain a title, which is the channel name, link to channel, description. And then each channel then produces, if we look here, I want to see this here. Amazing. Each channel contains items. Where does this channel end? Okay. Amazing. It ends there. So each channel ends, and then will contain items. Item. Story. Item. Breakdown. Breakdown. And then these items will contain, what kind of Mac do I have? I don't remember. Does interactive Internet Archive support RSS? Maybe. I would just scrape Ars Technica. I've never written a scraper before, so I'm not going to do that. Item contains, and then we're only going to care about the title, the link, description, category. So those are the things that we're going to care about there. Amazing. And then those are the things that we care about for each channel. And then how do we want to do this? So I have a really unhinged way of creating new projects now. And maybe they are... What's like the best way to serve this up? Because I don't want to have to implement both like a front end and then a back end and then deal with all of that, you know, because that just seems really annoying. I would like to do this in Golang to keep pressing my Golang skills a little bit more. I do have very unhinged ways of starting a Golang project. I don't care if I spelled category wrong. Just do an IRC client. What if I did this in terminal? Could I do this as like a terminal script? That's like up here. We're just gonna start with reading this from HTML. Okay, I'm just gonna build this from, let me open up ls cd documents, coding, and then my terminal is loading, ls mkdir threat wire rss cd threat wire code. Nope. Hold on, let me set up my project. Where's my project that I'm looking for right now? Ah. Amazing. Okay, so one of the things that I've started to do is just to make setting up a Golang project easier is genuinely, I just keep a structure that I just, in like a separate file, I just keep a base structure and I just work through it. What is that? I just go through it as I need it. So it makes my life easier. Hopefully doing something like this can make your life easier. Basically, like, I found that a lot of I haven't found a structure of a Golang file, a Golang project builder that's made me very happy. So I made my own and I just copy and paste it. This is sad because it wants me to do, what is it again? Let me open terminal here. Window. Boop, 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 boop. Terminal. Why is my terminal? Why is nothing working for me today? Oh my God. That's my big performance day and I'm already flopping. So go, no. This is really embarrassing because I forget the commands already. Oh my God. Thank you. It's go mod tidy. I wrote everything down so I could just get things working really fast. Because go run /command API. So now we should have a working API to make things as easy as possible. Yes, we don't have a database running right now, which makes total sense. Amazing. Okay, so we're gonna pick this apart as needed. So we have user, the user service for business logic. This is for accessing the database, but we're not gonna have any database, so we could take that out. Yeah, we're never talking to a database. This is for the config. This is for the server service. This is mad because it wants to connect to the service, but we don't have one. Or excuse me, not the service, the repo. And it's mad about not having the repo. So we could take this out here. And then actually, let's throw that file back in the repo, because this is where do we want our models to go? In here, if I remember correctly. Do we want to break it out into models here? Aren't you gonna have a database of feeds and things in them though? Stuff like a read flag. Maybe we could do that. We could do that. Let me recover that file then. Okay, so that's there now, and then that's been copied. We could plop that in there. Oop, undo that, move that there, and then we have that file moved into repo, and it should resolve itself. Amazing. What are my earrings? They are hack 5-pagers. Which I saw that they're going to be delivering these soon, right? Yes, they should be delivering them soon, which is good. Let's see. So server here, and this is not going to be, we can have a health check, which can run here. So this uses chai, or however you choose to pronounce it. So instead of list users, we're going to run the command here. Let's see. Server only holds the service as needed. I know we don't have any database set up right now, which is why it's really sad. I'm deleting this. Move to trash. Main.go, because it's expecting a Postgres GORM. It's expecting Postgres, which means I have to turn on Postgres. That's fine. I could do that. We'll do that later. Amazing. For now, I kind of just want the repo to be, we're just going to call it db.txt, and we're just going to paste some files for people's RSS feeds in here and work from there. So this is going to have the feed. This is going to we'll call this, instead of users, we'll call this RSS source. We'll call this source. Amazing. And we're going to rename this to source repo. And then this is going to be the source repo, and then source repo. I'm surprised you don't use Postgres Docker containers. I don't want to right now. Generally, when I say I don't want to, it's because I don't know how to do it, honestly, and it's really embarrassing, and me trying to figure this out live is something I really don't want to do right now. brew install. I do use homebrew for my Postgres stuff. I'm just trying to make sure why this is throwing a fit here. Source repo does not implement source repo. I know that's wrong there. That's fine. We'll work on it. Source repo. There we go. That's why. Source repo. Amazing. That returns a source. And I know that we are doing a lot of things right now, but we're going to take this, remove get ID, and we're just going to do with the list, which is going to return a source. A source will contain no gorm right now. It's just going to contain a URL, which is a string. We're going to do a source here. Hi, Neko. Gorm pane and layers. Yes, that's fine. And then what we need is Golang read from text file. Oopsies. That's too big. Go away. Go away. Ah! Too big. There we go. Amazing. Okay. So we're not going to do a limit. We're going to do just this here. And then this is normally where we read from the database, so we can take those off. And then this is going to return... This is going to return... We're going to import io/io util. Nope. io/io util. Hello, Goblin. Goblin! Oh my god, hi! How are you? I miss you! Sources. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling better. So file /error is going to be os.open, and then we're going to name this db.txt for now. This is just going to contain all of our list of files, and that's going to import that. And then if error equals not equals nil, we're going to log fatal error. That means we failed to read. And then I don't want to defer. We want to read for each line here. Staying offline helps. I'm glad that you're feeling better. Oh my god, ow, what's in my eye? Ugh. What's my eye? What's going on? Ugh. I'm going blind. Oh my god, I'm going blind. That's it. I'm dying. I'm going blind. Amazing. So as you read how to... Ooh. Where did the... How to read line by line Golang file. Isn't it just os.open? This one. Amazing. So here, defer file.close, because we have to handle that. Scanner buffio.new scanner, because we're just reading from the file. And then name that scanner, and then save import file.close. Why are you mad on that? os.file has no field. Yes, we are writing go. Let me just double check. Golang OS package, and then if we go to the OS package here, and then if we run os.open examples, open file. What is open versus, should it be open file? What does open file do versus open? That will allow it to write example close so that it returns a file. What can we do with a file? Untrusted foreign object? Me. What can we do with file? How do we read from a file? This takes in a file. New scanner takes in an IO reader, which is a file. But if we do open file, why are you sad there? Not enough arguments. Does the open need... I love when, like, the examples are just really comprehensive. Maybe we don't need to do this here. And then we can take that out there. And then here, this is resize scanner for scanner.scan. Buffio Golang here. What is this taking? .scan? Scan lines, amazing. .scan, it will add the /n to the final. In the bagging area, embers, interesting. New standard os.standard in. Standard input as a set of lines, amazing. So we'll do for scanner.scan. And then that should return scanner functions. What is this scanner.text? Why is that not scanner.text? Returns the most recent token generated by the scanner.scan in a newly allocated string holding bytes. Amazing. Scanner.scan. So that's going to be source var source oh my god, I'm already rusty. Source and then URL. Whoa, excuse you. URL. This is going swimmingly. I haven't coded in a week and I'm already fucking rusty. This is embarrassing. There we go. It's this, and then it's gonna be scanner.text. There. Save. Are you going to be sad there? Is it URL? Expected type. Sources. Source. What am I throwing wrong here? Oh my god, this is like so embarrassing because I'm so rusty. Yes. It's because I did it this way. That. save there, declare to not use, yes, and then we're gonna do sources dot sources colon equals new list of sources, which create list of source of type in Golang. Oh my god. I'm so glad I'm doing this in Golang so I could stay up on this shit. New is it that way? Undefined list. Golang create list. Oh my god, this is embarrassing for me. Slices. There we go. A variable length and not used, and then we're gonna do sources dot append? No. Append to list. Just a slice, Golang. Yes, sources equals, let's see, append sources, source. Not the most. There we go. I think it's that, yeah. Amazing. It's not the most beautiful way to do this, but I think that's right. And then this should return no error. This will return, this returns empty list and error. An empty list of type source. Throw that there. So now this will pull all the values from, at least it's not JavaScript. Exactly. I've been so used to practicing my interviews in Python. Hi, Cassidy. I've been so used to running my interviews in Python that I've like become Golang rusty. But when I do my interviews in Python, I talk about Golang actions. So I'm like, okay, when I need to make a new list in Python, I just bop, bop. Brackets, brrr, like type it out. It's so easy, but then you're like, oh fuck, I gotta do this in Golang now. Ugh. I'd rather have append as well. Damn. Amazing. Why are you, okay, that's because you want me to return sources, comma, nil. There. Amazing. Okay, so we now are reading all of our sources from file. Good and fun and great. And we do need to rename this file to from user. No, this is going to throw an error because it's expecting that there, which is good and fun and fresh. Users, and then we're going to list sources. List s.sources, let's see, repo, sources repo, amazing. Because this is expecting s dot sources, and then this is expecting a list there, like that there. We're not passing in any limit because we're not going to accept. The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist. because we don't use this int here. Save that. And then we have to go update this method here. Save, go back to user. This is expecting source. You got this, thank you. I also cannot hear what is playing music-wise at all on any of my streams because my headphones on my stream computer just stopped working. Turning on a die, turning on the inside. I can hear your antidote tonight. I can be a doctor, I can cure. I have disease playing in my headphones. Okay, server, why are you throwing? I know why you're throwing errors in the API, but now this service needs to handle the business logic. So this is... Oh! The mitzvah tank is driving by. The mitzvah tank is driving by. Every Friday, a certain sect of Judaism, one that I don't identify with because this is obnoxious and I hate them for doing this, drives in this like mitzvah car where they're like, come do a mitzvah. And I'm like, yes, every day you should do a mitzvah. But if you're gonna like drive around blasting music, that is not a mitzvah. I think they're very rude. I would yell at them if I could. Literally, Brutalismus is playing for Twitch chat right now. Amazing. Okay, so this is where we should handle a lot of the business operations, meaning this is where we should do the requests, the external requests. Hello. This is where we need to handle the list sources, which will pull that. And then this is where we need to actually handle the external calls to pull sources. So func s star sources service. This is going to populate service. What do we want to call this one? This is going to pass in the context dot context, of course. And this is going to take in a list of sources, repo dot sources, source, and this is going to return probably just some string, like a thing of strings, maybe? No, we probably don't want that to be a thing of strings. What do we want this to be? If this is going to be returned by the API, it needs to be able to be in a format that can be converted by the API into a JSON object. We're not going to name this user. Sources. Yes. Okay. This song that you're listening to is called Ciciolina by Brutalismus. I'm listening to some pop playlist on YouTube Music because, as I said, my headphones aren't working. Amazing. Server, go mod, take that out. List users, this is just going to take the users, but we want to do some business logic in which we do the we need to do the external HTTP request, which kind of makes me want to bump back to this and see what they're doing this here. So they fetch the feed, given an RSS feed and a URL. So they take the URL, they do a call, and they do a fetch. Okay. So what's like, what's the Python? Golang fetch package. Yeah. HTTP, making HTTP requests in Golang. Amazing. We could do net. Yeah, we could do net. So we're going to pull this here, grab that, and then we're going to call this here, and then we're going to call this, and then sources service, and then this is just going to be get source, should we just call it get RSS feed? Get RSS feed here. And then this is going to actually return a type of RSS entries, which is going to be a struct, which is going to take in yes, it's going to have a feed struct and then a type, you know what, we're going to call it a channel struct, and then we're going to have an item struct here, following the naming conventions used by struct there. Following the naming conventions followed there. So it's going to be title, it's going to be a string, it's going to be link, it's going to be a string, description, it's going to be a string, and then items is going to be a list of items and then an item is going to have a title, which is going to be a string, and then a link is going to be a string, and then a description is going to be a string, and then a category, which is going to be a string, and then we need to do what is that thing called when you take a go object, go struct to JSON. Marshall. Go marshalling. So this is going to have here go marshal to JSON. Let's peep the examples. Marshall, amazing. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, that's fine. Item here, so we're gonna call get RSS feed. We're gonna call RSS feed and we're gonna pop open to here, and then clients, this is mad because this is not a completed, it's gonna take a list of sources, repo.source, and then this needs to go here, and this is going to return a list. This is going to return a channel and an error. And then this is just going to take a repo source. I'm your number one. No, Oh, duh. Source there, and then we're gonna call the get so we're gonna do here so response error equals http.get source.url. Amazing. And then if error not equals nil, return nil comma error. What do you? Oh, we could just do channel. A channel. So that's going to be error response. And then body error is io.read all body. You could be my American. Resp.body, and then we have to do defer resp.body.close. Amazing. So what's going to be returned here? Resp.body is streamed on demand as the body field is read if the network connection fails. It's gonna be bytes. So how are we gonna parse this out? I kind of just want to do. What if we? What if we do? Is that local PD? Yes. Parse resp body Golang. I kind of just want to do this, and the reality of things is if error not equals nil, return, and I'm going to turn this into a string. Return string, because we're not testing enough here right now, and then if not, return string body nil. Amazing. And then this is going to do sources list sources, get RSS feed, get source, list sources, func s sources service, generate RSS feed is going to take in context. And then this is going to be called sources equals s.list sources context, save, and then for source right? I should be able to do that. Range, sources, undefined. I need to throw that there like that. This is going to throw an error, comma, error. And then if error, return empty string, comma, error, save for source. Is it blank and then this for source in range? You're throwing an error because it's not used. Yeah. And then we're going to call s.get source RSS feed context, comma, source. And then this is going to return string source info, comma, error. Hear me out. Return string dot, and I know this is wrong. Let's see. If it works, it's not working. Amazing. So we're going to return the return string and nil as the error. Amazing. And then we need to bump over to server. We're going to rip out this here, and this is going to be called sources service. New sources service. This is not, and then we're going to call this one load. Return R, server, sources. Load, and then instead we're gonna pull this out and we're gonna do s dot sources dot generate RSS feed r dot context, and then this is gonna have feed string comma error. So this may or may not work. Why are you mad here? Oh, context save there. Let's see. Main, new source repo. This does not exist. So source repo, And then this should be new source. Source service dot new source service source repo. Pull this API equals source service send. Technically, this is going to throw a fit because we don't use gorm load config. This should return an empty config. Return config there, and that's not going to throw anything. Save. Let's bump over to main. New source repo there is going to take nothing in for now. I want to comment that out. We're going to comment this out. Return that there. Comment that out. This is going to take that there. Comment that out. Just commenting a bunch of stuff out. Okay, what do y'all think? Do you think this is gonna work? Should we try running first time? No deaths? First time 0 deaths? First time 0 deaths? Who's thinking it? Oh. Let's see. 404 page not found, so let's check health. Okay. And then so that's the health. The health is working. No fear. No fear. Let's close this. We'll close this. We'll close config. We'll close this. We'll close this. Server. Okay, ready? /load. Amazing! It failed. No such file or directory. Beautiful. Read file from local. Yeah, we got path notation from same folder Golang. Tell me your secret. All I want you to know is that my daughter watches Starwire with me and loves you like you are her hero. Ew, thank you. Oh my god. Hi. Ah. Thank you. Oh, I think I need to do the path os.temp directory, get working directory, I think. Golang read file from work current directory. I think it's because it wants the current directory, redirectory, but we want the file, get the working directory. I think it wants the working directory. Golang read file from working directory. It's not remove the dot slash. No such file or directory found. It should be there. Read os.read file. What is the difference between os.read file and os.open? Opening a file allows you to write or read to it, while reading actually pulls the data. Interesting. Golang, file not found error, but in working folder. Let's try that. I feel like it is Golang working directory. Let's talk about this. Get the directory of the current project. Get the directory of the current file running. Old answer. You should be able to use. Okay. To get the directory of an executable, you can use file path. Returns the path name for the executable that has started the current process. There's no guarantee that the path is still pointing to the correct executable. If a symlink was used to start the process. But this is also kind of old. I mean, I guess technically I have no problems just plopping that out there and let's see if that works. Like, that's the most chaotic thing I could do, but I don't care. Amazing. Look at that. You got so much information. Pretty print. Wow, it made such a difference. It capitalized everything. Amazing. Okay, so we're pulling a lot of data here. Oh! Okay. But it's doing it weird. It's doing it weird. What is going on here? So we're getting the RSS stuff. I kind of want to like... What is with all these spaces? What does this mean? Pretty? Okay, that doesn't change anything. Version, content. C data. What is being parsed? I know it's because we're not parsing. What if I did something like, I know it's because we are just doing this. What if I just do this for one? Well, I only do it for one, and it loads the whole thing. That's the issue. What is this? What does this symbol mean? Backslash less than. Oh. Oh, okay. So it's currently taking all of this content. Why? Here, ready? Why is my... This is the Golang function for reading a CSS file. Why is it returning like this? Let's see what ChatGPT says. Your Go code is correct. Amazing. Yes, it's not actually I don't want CSS. How to parse XML to object in Golang. So what if I just throw this here? We throw a little thumped. I want to try rerunning it because as you can see now, we got things running, which is good. Thumped. Amazing. And then you can see here, we actually have everything properly formatted in here. Thumped. Amazing. Quit. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to do this instead. We're going to take this and then this here. Looking at this, we're going to take this here, XML. We know the XML is going to be title. We know the XML is going to be, whoops, title, right? Because we have the XML spec. Oh no, I don't want to save that. Remove XML spec. RSS spec. title, and then this is going to be a link, and then we need to close that, and then this is going to be XML description. Amazing. And then this is going to be XML title. XML link. And then this is going to be XML description. And then this is going to be XML category. And then this is going to be item? Can I do that? Yeah, okay. I was right. Okay, amazing. Yay! Oh, I was really close. Look at that. Structs for RSS. Look at that. We were super close, which is amazing. Is Mubix still involved with Hack 5, or is he busy adulting? He is busy adulting. His kids. He has kids. You know what was so funny? Speaking of Mubix, I was recently on Instagram minding my business, and I saw an account that was also named Mubix, but it was Mubiix, and it was a fashion account. And I just like remember watching this and being like, I bet this guy's really mad that he can't have Mubix with one eye, but I know the Mubix with one eye, and I think that's really funny. Okay, let's see. So let's try unparsing this. It's probably hard to computer only with one eye. Ha 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 ha. Good joke. Good joke. So we're gonna do error equals xml.unmarshal body. Yes. And then we're gonna call this oh, my head. Ow, my head hurts. My ponytail's too tight. None of y'all have made me drink water yet. That's really mean. Oh my god, I just spilled all my water all over me. I'm a mess! I just spilled all the water all over me. These are electrolytes. So I could say electrolyte. Ah! Okay, body. We're going to, okay, example and usage here. You tell me you're waiting for me. You said that you want launching on a ride from Rio. You were at my wedding. I was broken, you were drunk. You'd have told me not to do it. I would have run, I would have run. Tell me what was the moment you decided to give up? Should I do at anything? Where's my at symbol? Ah! And then we're going to create a channel. Chanel. Watch me fall. Yes. Hello. Oh, we had a raid. Thank you so much for catching. Hello, raiders. Welcome in, Janet. Janet! 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 I'm going to be in Toronto in December. Do you want to be like, you want to be friends in person? You want to talk about streaming in person? Okay, DM me on Twitter or on Instagram. I'm so serious. Guys, what if we collabed in person? Ah! Guys, we're gonna do an IRL. Oh my God! This is very exciting to me. For context for the viewers on the YouTube channel, I just got rated by a friend of the channel, Janet. Thank you so much for rating in. We're building an RSS feed to make loading and reading stories for ThreatWire easier. It's just gonna be a little private server that I run for myself, just for daily exploration and keeping track of things. Maybe I'll publicize it one day, but I just want to make my own RSS channel feed. Why not? And then service is going to throw a fit here because this is expecting a return string. And should I be passing items? Needs to be capitalized. Definitely needs to be capitalized. Should I be doing, no, this is not return. This is source channel. And then I want to make the feed type feed struct is going to be a series of channels of type channel. Save there. No, that's gonna go there. Channel, save, and then we're gonna do this is going to do this items channel, and then we can, if this returns this here, and then title is going to be failed to load, and then description is going to be error. Save. Throw that there. Save. Put that there like that and that. Yeah. Okay. Here, I do want to throw log.fatal error. We're going to throw log.fatal there. And then return string. We're not going to return a string. We're going to return a channel. And then this is going to be a channel var channels a feed equals not, yeah, we want feed. This is gonna return a feed. Is gonna equal a new feed of channels is going to equal channel, and then a channel She's not spamming the chat. I was talking directly to her. That was not chat spam at all. That can go there. That can go there. And then we have channel, and then we're going to do feed.channels.append channel. Save. And then this is going to return the feed there. Channel type is not an expression. What are you mad about? Like that? There. And then this doesn't return any errors because we return a channel with the error issue there. And we also log.fatal. Hello. Amazing. So this is going to return a feed of type nil. Capital there, and then so now we have the server. The server gets feed. The generate RSS feed returns a service feed. Feed. And then I'm in my homemade animated. I wonder what happens if we run this. Let's try it out. Clear. Whoop. Command K. I know that my terminal is really small, so we're gonna do run. No down, yeah. Gorjinga, everything is broken. Okay, it's all broken. I love that. I'm everywhere. I'm so Julia. Whoa, 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 whoa. Service. Let's not print this here. Save. Can you put your cam? Can we hear Charlie too? I do not have. I do not have the capability to do that. Fail to load. Save. Amazing. Okay, let's try this again. Great. Clear. I'm not getting any error messages anymore. So where are we failing? Where are we failing here? I feel like we're failing. Does this return? Yeah, this returns an error. If error not equal nil log.fatal error. I don't even know if it's running anymore. I love this for me. Okay, we have source, so we don't need the repo. We need this here. I want to debug this. When we get here, debug, run and debug. Open launch.json. So the launch program, God, I suck at this stuff. Go launch package. Is that it? No, it's not the workspace folder. What is the type request launch program? Path to the program folder when debug or test should be built in. Let's see. Debug Golang using VS Code. Args auto. Let's see. If our nano go main.go debug with breakpoints, which is what I want to do. Gear. You need div to run the server in VS Code. I don't know what that means. Launch, go, debug, port. Google div dap. Yeah, this debugging part is hard. GLV dap. Let's see, this is kind of what you're talking about. Step through, blah, blah, blah. What about Go code? I wanted to know what the error message variable contained. I had to check if I had Delve installed. Okay, so we're gonna go to the extensions marketplace, right? DLV? Oh, just in terminal. I don't have it. I don't have it. Oh no, why is my window so long? Silly. Okay, we're installing Delve to figure out how to use this for debugging a Golang project. Okay, so we have this. Getting started. Amazing. Delve aims to be a very simple, powerful tool, blah, blah, blah. Debugging main packages. The first section we will explore is Delve. What are we listening to? You're listening to... I don't have Goland. You have to pay for Golang. I'm sorry. Your Goland. You have to pay for it. We're listening to Brulismus. You have to pay for Goland, and I don't pay for operating systems, or I don't pay for text editors. So honestly, I'm not going to use Goland because I applied to Goland to say, hey, JetBrains, I am a live coder. I am the live coder here. And I would like to use JetBrains. I would like to be a part of your creator community. Please sponsor me. And they ignored me. They ignored me. So, JetBrains, hello, knock, knock, knock. Goland is dead to us. Until they start paying me to fucking use Goland on my streams. Oh, sorry, I didn't know my employer is so rich. Do you work for JetBrains? Zarini, tell them to not... I applied to their creator program like a year ago. If they want me, if they want me to use Goland, we can have a conversation. Oh, because you use Goland at work. Yes, no, Goland is a paid, you have to pay for it. Have I talked to Warp? No. Honestly, a lot of these companies don't pay attention. It is free for content creators. I would like to, it should be free for me as a content creator, but they never responded to me, so I just don't use it. They want me to use, if people want me to use Goland, they could send it to me. Not to be a bitch, but... Listen, I just keep it fucking real. No Go files in .vs Code. Let's see. Add a configuration and choose Go launch package. And then... source. Let's see. Okay, ready? I have installed for Golang. I am using VS Code, and my main server is in ./cmd/API/main main.go. How do I make VS Code allow me to debug my project? Okay, let's try this. Listening on 8080. Okay, I think we're locked in. I do believe. Here we go! We're in! We're into the Matrix. Okay, so we're going to play that. Here we go. Okay, so we have our body, which is here, our channel. So nothing is happening in this XML unmarshal, I think is probably where we're having our issue. No, I knew it was something with the debug file, honestly. Skip this. Okay, so we should have a channel that should have been populated at some point, right? Skip. Channel is not unmarshalling right. Why are we not unmarshalling right here? When we have this body of data, of this string, okay, why is this not parsing properly? Now, unmarshalling is always some sort of mysterious little thing to me. We're gonna stop, that's not gonna run. Let's see. Unmarshalling is always a little mystery. Interesting. Unmarshalling is always a little bit of a mystery to me. So we could do this the fast way, which is given the following... Wait, I've never used... Okay. Given the following Golang file, fix my unmarshalling for my XML. We're gonna do this fast. Your XML is an RSS feed, but your Ghost structs are not shaped like an RSS feed, so XML unmarshal can't solve them right now. Right now you're doing this, but the XML looks like this. You are trying to unmarshal RSS into channel, which will never work. So I need to create a type RSS struct such that channel XML channel when I switched from Python to Golang, I was like, what the fuck do you mean I have to do my own data structs? So then this needs to go to RSS, and then RSS. This needs to unpack to RSS. And then this needs to return RSS.channel. Oh yeah, then we could do, oops. We're gonna do log.fatal. Oh god, we have hacker off at time. Hold on. Save. Okay, let me go get it. Let me go get it. Are we hacking? Are we hacking? Are we hacking? OMG Trinity, where did Ali go? Are we hacking? Are we hacking? There we go. We got it. Yo! Woo! Amazing. I guess I should like put this on GitHub or something, right? Should we like put this on GitHub? Do you also, what do you use for tiling on Mac OS? Rectangle. I use Rectangle for tiling. I really like it. It operates very quietly and does not cause me any issues, and I appreciate that. Exit. So we're gonna do remote add origin. No. Git init. Git commit -m have read me functionality working of backend. Not read me, have RSS functionality working on backend. Oh, git add. Git reset. Touch.git ignore. It doesn't matter. Git, do I need a... Whatever. Git add. Git commit. Git branch main. Git, and then I'm just gonna do these. It's so down to me, love me like this. I'm broken out. Here for the man of the year. Amazing. And we're gonna take the readme. Here for the man of the year. And then this is gonna be health, and this is gonna be load, and that's gonna be there. Amazing. Okay, so let me just do that one more time. Get status, get add, get commit minus n. Oh! Amazing. Okay, so now we need a front end to load this shit. Woo! We need a front end to load this shit. And this is all in a JSON. Does it need to be in a JSON? Probably not. Okay, so now this is something that I'm unfamiliar with, so I'm going to use some AI to figure this out. Given I have a Golang project, I strongly support vibe coding the front end. Yeah, for real. Okay, so we're gonna create a new folder, and that's going to be called web. Amazing. And then in web, we're going to create new folder, static. And then we create new folder, templates. And then in here, create the JavaScript for the front end in order to load the files needed from the in order to load the RSS feed from the backend call. Should I use cursor to do this? I have cursor. Should I try cursor? Oh, HTML template. Wait, okay. Hear me out. We're going to throw this in cursor, and then we're going to just have cursor build the front end really fast. Hear me out. So I have cursor. Create files in web. Create the front end functionality, the front end for this website. Keep it minimal and hacker. Add the ability to create HTML templates in the Golang backend, so I don't need to use JavaScript on the front end to load dynamically. Load content dynamically. You don't need to style the front end. I can handle much of the styling myself. Instead, when a RSS feed is loaded from the backend, have it populate the header with the channel name, add the link, populate a section header with the channel name and link, a description under it, and then a list of all of the RSS stories it populates. Send. Let's see what cursor builds for me. Gleam raid? Giacomo, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, welcome in. We're using cursor. I've never vibe coded a front end in this way before. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me do a little shout out while we try and vibe code out a front end. Shout out. I've used vibe coding a little bit. I have not been the happiest with it, honestly. So we're gonna see what it delivers for us. Good thing I have pushed to GitHub. So if I hate it, I can just revert. This is the water break. This is the water break. Yes, yes, yes. So 3 of 3 to-dos. So first we're gonna go into API, into server. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that because we need that. Template, we're gonna keep the template. Let's bump over to here. Okay, so load, generate RSS feed. W header content type, execute template, base.html. So if we go to web, templates, base, title, block title. Ooh, I said don't style it. I don't want to be styled. Redo this, remove any styling. Just leave it base HTML style. No, just leave it base HTML style, no additional CSS. Only do this body for you, for you, for you. Okay, so base HTML, define ThreatWire RSS feed, define content, range channels. I've never seen this range channels before. Okay, here it is. Index. If there's a description, and then for each item, you add the title, description. This is ending, the if statement there, ending. So we're gonna keep this. I don't know why those are swapped. Keep. Okay, this gets index. Index returns base. So now, if we run main, no, if we do go, run, and then we do here, this. Yay! Amazing. Look at that. This is exactly what I wanted. We did it, Reddit. Okay, so I want to add categories to help minimize bullshit in our RSS feed. Ars Technica RSS category options. How do you see the category options?
From my body.
Technology? Where's ours? Feeds? No. Well, if the ASMR stream is not today because I have strep throat. I'm so sorry. I literally have strep throat. Oh, amazing. Here's the Ars Technica RSS feed. So we're just going to automatically plop this into our database. So let's populate our RSS feed. Party on you, party on you, party on you, party on. Threat post? What is threat post? Threat post. I've never heard of this website before. Oh, this has, yeah, that's not a real one anymore. I do hate everything that the Register has ever written before in its life. I think that the Register is probably one of the worst websites ever. I'm just happy to see you coding on stream. Yes, you missed it. Malware bytes? Let's see. So we could take this, put that there. Okay, and then I remember, oh my god, what is his name? Why am I blanking out on it? I guess we'll pull Krebs on security also. Yes, we could do the hacker news. Do we already? We already pulled the hacker list. And then from the Tor network. I know that Graham at one point posted his RSS feed. Blog. OffSec RSS feed. Yay! This was my inspo. Look at all this! This is like so many though. I don't self-host my own. I don't self-host my own. I don't self-host my own password manager. Save. Let's see. AWS Security Digest. Nah. We could follow Citizen Labs. Oh, you know what I forgot to include? The date. I always want to include the date. I always want to include the date. How do we include the date? You know what? We're going to do this really fast. We're going to do this real fast and dirty. Add capability for seeing and getting the date for an RSS item. Fast and dirty, fast and dirty. We program the rest of this shit. Let's do it. Lock in, lock in. Let's go! Okay, why does it have to be so ugly? Girl, you good? Excuse me. I do have cursor, yeah. We're trying it out, we're trying it out. Service, source. We're gonna keep the time. Title, link, description, category, pub date. Girl. Why did it get so ugly so fast? Let's see what happens. It got real ugly real fast. I don't like that. That was wild. See, yeah, this doesn't work. It's just the homies. It's just the homies, not public. I need to figure out like a way to announce it. Unquoted or missing values in elements. XML error on line 1. XML error on line 1. XML error in line 1. XML error in line 1. Where is that error coming from? Let's back up. Let's go code dot And then we're going to debug in VS Code because I only know how to do that there. Service, source, unquoted, or missing attribute in element. An element. I think it's here. Start? Okay, so it is here. We do get to here. So we're gonna run this again. Run. So we're at this stop point. Error. Unquoted or missing attribute. Unquoted or missing attribute. What is... Oh! I think it's sad because the Ars Technica is returning a 404. The Hacker News. I think it's sad because, and then I'm going to do fmt.println, and then we're going to do repo, we're going to do source.url. And it's killing itself because log.fatal ends the service. I don't know. I don't know. Go routines to process all RSS feeds in parallel? Yes. That would actually be an interesting thing to add for next week. What if we did that next week? I can feel my body starting to hurt from being sick. I'm like ready to go back into bed. See, I could use Cursor, but I've never worked with Go routines before, so I kind of want to do that myself. Seeing Golang on a stream brings me joy. I see this shit every day. I know, it's very exciting. Adding new URLs, working on time and date. So I'm thinking water break, but I think I do need to take a walk outside. So we're going to push this off. I think Monday I'll do a long stream also, where we'll write ThreatWire and then we'll work on this. What do y'all think? Would that be fun? And then Wednesday we'll do our hour challenge. And then next Friday, maybe a stream. Maybe I'll throw another stream in the middle of the week. But, well, if you just got here, I have strep throat right now. I'm ready to go to bed. I've been live for 2.5 hours. I need to save my voice. I'm glad y'all enjoyed this, but I'm gonna end the stream here. For those of you who are watching on the Hack5 channel, I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of stuff, I do this on my live stream normally anytime, so you should totally come join. I'm gonna go to bed. Let's raid someone. Whomstedov is live. Whomstedov is live. Following. Oh, Prime is live. We'll raid Prime. Enjoy, oh! Ed's on Prime's channel. Okay, everyone go spam Prime, but say hi, Ed. Say hi, Low Level TV. That is our priority. Say hi to Low Level, okay? Bye.